Hello guys, welcome back to Life with Paulie. It is currently March 9th and I am walking to the store, so I figured I'd give everybody just a little update and say hello to everybody and thank you for watching my channel and continue to support my channel. Even though I haven't been uploading videos that much, and that is because I'm still looking for an apartment. If I get an apartment down here in New York, I will be doing more videos and coming back to YouTube full time. But for now, I'm just vlogging when I can or when I get the chance to. So I'm currently in Albany, New York, and the apartment that I've been looking at or looking into still is not done and not ready. I'm going to give it till May or June. Hopefully by May or June it will be done. If it's not, then I don't know what I'm going to do. I might just leave state. I'm not sure yet. But yeah, I live in the state capital of Albany, New York right now. That's where I'm currently staying and trying to find a place. I didn't really want to live here or find a place here because, as you can see here, look at this, guys. Look at all this nasty garbage, man. People are pigs. And that's not the half of it. That is not the half of it here in Albany, New York. Now, if you don't know, Albany, New York is, of course, the state capital of New York. And you would think that Albany, New York would be up on the streets and things like that, but they really are not. There's not a lot of garbage over here, but down this way there's even more garbage on the streets. People throw stuff on the street. People put their garbage cans out earlier than they're supposed to, and garbage gets all over the street, and it's pretty disgusting that these people do nothing about it. They just leave the garbage where it's at. You would think that because it's the state capital of New York, you would think that they would do more and clean it more and keep it, to actually make a good impression on other cities and other states to keep their cities clean. But they don't, of course. They really don't care. There's a lot of homeless people that live here. Right there's a glass bottle. There's a lot of homeless people that live here and throw their trash out on the ground. And I understand that when you have 40 miles, 50 mile per hour wind, garbage is going to blow all over. But still, it's ridiculous that people don't clean it up. As you can see, there's a shirt. There's another bottle over there. Even Price Chopper. This is Market 32, which is considered Price Chopper. As you can see there's some homeless people sitting outside there of Price Chopper. Down here is a real mess, as you could see on the street. I know winter just got over, and some streets do get messy in the wintertime, and then they clean them up in the summertime. As you can see over there, there's a bunch of trash there. This is one of the main reasons, and the other reason I didn't want to live in Albany, New York, is because of the simple fact is this place is just dangerous too. There's been lots of killings and lots of shootings in Albany, New York. Almost every day somebody gets shot. And as you can see there's a nice house, and they actually got garbage on their lawn because other people don't clean up their area or clean up the garbage. As you can see there, look at that. That's a nice house, and they got garbage all over because of other people. Now this down here is the worst. As you can see here, this is the side street on Grant Avenue in Albany, New York right now. This is a house that has been condemned, and the owner was just here the other day after all the snow and ice was gone, and he was inside the house, but he didn't make no attempts to clean this at all. I mean, look at this. This is disgusting, guys. This is what Albany, New York, the state capital, looks like. This is absolutely disgusting. And it seems like the governor of New York and codes department don't really care because they do nothing about it. They just let it sit here. This is absolutely disgusting. I mean, come on, guys. People have no respect anymore. Over there's another building, and I don't know if you could see it or not, but there's a bunch of trash. There's a bunch of trash over there. As you can see, I think you can see it. I'm not totally sure. And then here is the other side of the street. Again, here is a pretty, not too bad of a house right here. And look at this, guys. Look at their lawn. From people just throwing stuff, and of course the wind blowing the trash cans and trash all over. But people don't care. That might be some of their trash. So again, people don't care. They just throw things all over. It's disgusting. Now, I can't say all streets like this are like this in Albany, New York, because there are parts of the streets that are very clean. Like over there by the gas station, that ain't too bad. But I'm sure they keep up on that. I'm sure that's why it's clean. Some of the business owners and some of the house owners, they don't care how it looks. And I think it's just absolutely disgusting. And another thing is, the state capitol, you would think living in this area in Albany, New York, there's a high rate of crime, a high rate of murder in Albany, New York. Just go look it up on the internet. And rents for a studio. I did talk to one guy about a studio. He wanted $1,000 a month with nothing included for a studio here in Albany, New York. He wanted $1,000 a month for a studio here in Albany, New York. So places are not cheap here. They're very expensive. And I know, like down in this area, there's lots of access to different stores. There's a Dunkin' Donuts. There's a Market 32 where I go shopping and get some of my stuff. And there are a lot of stores and a lot of access to different things down here in drugstores. And I'm currently walking to the dollar store. But even though there's lots of access to everything, you know, it's just crazy that people will charge you $1,000 a month for a studio. Some of them go for $1,500 to $2,000 a month for a studio. And I think that's just ridiculous. How can somebody afford $1,500 to $2,000 a month for a studio? They do have affordable housing here in Albany, New York. And I looked at one of them because I was thinking about getting an apartment there. They do have studios for $875 a month, but then I read the reviews on it. I walked by there one day, for one. I walked down there one day to look at the housing that goes by your income. And the apartments and stuff look nice from the outside, except for their garbage cans were overflowing with garbage and garbage all over their parking lot and by the garbage can. And it looked like it hadn't been dumped in months. They have like dumpsters outside in their apartment complex. It looked like they hadn't been dumped in months. And then I read the reviews, and the reviews were so bad. The reviews said that the apartment complex had mice, roaches, and bed bugs. And they also said that they had people in the hallways doing drugs. And not only doing drugs, but also prostitution in the hallways. So, yeah, I'm not living in a place like that. I will not live with roaches. I will not live with bed bugs. I refuse to. Mice ain't really a big deal because everybody gets mice now and then. Because, you know, mice are tiny. But I think they got more mice than anybody else because, like I said, their garbage cans, their garbage dumpsters were overflowing with garbage. They don't even keep it up. They want to charge people, you know, $875 for a studio is not too bad. At least it's not $1,000, but still. Yeah, like I said, $875 ain't too bad, but still, you don't want to live with bed bugs, roaches, and mice, and prostitutes and drugs inside the building that you're living in. You just don't want to live around that stuff. It's just crazy, guys. And this is supposed to be, like I said, Albany's the state, Albany, New York's the capital of New York. You would think that they would keep it clean, they would keep up on things, but they do not. As you can see here, here's another spot right here, guys. Of course, there's garbage all over again. And this is what most of the streets here in Albany, New York look like. It's very disgusting. Kind of very disturbing to me. So, yeah. You know, I just don't know anymore. I just don't know. I didn't really want to live here. I wanted to live somewhere else a little bit nicer. I may go back to my hometown if I can't find something here. I might go back to my hometown, which is Rome, New York. Now, I'm not going to say Rome, New York Rome, New York is not that far from Syracuse. And I used to live in Rome, New York for 20 years. And then what I did was I moved down by my daughter in my car. And I lived in my car. If you were watching my channel, I lived in my car for over a year, almost a couple of years. And lived in a tent. But, of course, wintertime, that got too cold. And with my health issues, I have heart issues and I have other health issues, I figured it would be best for me to get an apartment again. If I don't find anything here by May or June, I may actually move back to Rome. I have looked for places in Rome, but I haven't been able to find anything in Rome neither. They do have apartments there that are nice for $750 a month. But they don't want pets. And I have Annabelle, my dog. And I will not get rid of my dog. I don't care. You know, if I had to live in a tent with my dog, I would. You know what I mean? I've done it before. I will not get rid of my dog. I've had her for 9 years. I had her when my mother was alive, before my mother died of cancer. And I will just not get rid of my dog. I already gave my cat to someone when I moved out of Rome. I gave my cat to a couple. I didn't just get rid of her. I gave her to someone that I knew that would love her and care for her. And I gave her to a couple. And when I gave her away, I gave them the stuff for it, like the cat litter and the cat litter box. I gave them food and everything else and her toys, but I will not get rid of my dog. Not to say that I was upset because I gave up my cat, but when I moved into my car, I didn't think it would be a good idea to bring my kitty cat. I bring my puppy Annabelle, of course. I didn't think it was a good idea to bring my cat to live in the car with us, because the simple fact is you got to have a kitty litter box when you have a cat. And there would be absolutely no way I could have fit a kitty litter box in my car. So I gave her away to a nice couple. Did I miss her once I gave her away? Yes, I did. I missed her dearly. And, you know, I'm kind of sad that the apartment that I was in, I lived in with my mom and her boyfriend and my brother. And my brother had moved out years ago. And then my brother's dad, he ended up getting really sick and in a nursing home. And then he ended up passing away in 2021. And then I was left there with just me and my mom. And then my mom got cancer and she ended up dying February 5th of 2022. And the house next door was sold by the lady. There was a lady that lived next door to us. And she sold it to these people, and these people became very, very mean. I had no problems there at all. Me and my mom's boyfriend and my brother lived there for like 6 years. And we had no issues with neighbors, no problems with neighbors. Until after my mom passed away, these neighbors moved in because they bought the house next door. It was a whole house, and they were very, very mean. They started trouble with me every day, and I just couldn't handle it, especially with my health issues and my heart issues. So I moved out of there. I had to get out of there. I had to do something. And so I got out of there. I had to get out of there. I had no choice. I couldn't take the stress anymore of it all. So yeah, but anyways, I wanted to give everybody an update, and I will let everybody know what I'm doing if I'm going out of state or whatever. I could go live with my aunt in PA. I kind of want to do that, but then again, that's going to be hard for me to do because I would have to switch all my stuff over. I would have to switch doctors and everything else, and I'm kind of afraid with doing that, especially with my health issues, because I really need regular doctors and I need to be seen by the cardiologist and things like that. And then I also got another offer from another lady on YouTube to go live out where she is. I believe she lives in Tennessee, and I would do that too, but the thing about it is I'm kind of scared to go to a different state just in case anything happens. You know, my aunt right now, she's going to be having a kidney removed because she's got cancer, and if she ended up passing away or something, I don't know what I would do in a different state. I don't know what I would do in a different state with absolutely no one. I mean, really, I don't have no one here. Where I'm staying right now, I don't consider them, you know, I don't really have anybody here in New York State anymore. Most of my family has died. I got a couple brothers, but other than that, you know, my dad died years ago, 56 of cancer. My aunt died at the age of 41 in 2000 of cancer, and then my mom died in 2022. So I don't have many people to lean on or to get advice from. So, you know, it's hard. It's hard. That's one of the reasons why I do YouTube here, is to get advice from others and, you know, suggestions to others. So if you got any advice or suggestions, I know they do have some states that have cheap rents that I could move to. The problem is getting to the state and having everything set up for when I get there. That's the hardest part. You know, plus I got the doggy, so I have to worry about her. I know you could take a dog on a train because I do not have a car. My car died, and I don't think I'm going to buy another one. I don't think I want one. I know you can get these. Yeah, I know there's other states that I can live in that are cheaper in rents and things like that. And I know I can get on a train with a dog, but she's got to be in a crate, and I don't know how she would do with that. And there's just certain things that I don't know. You know what I mean? So, you know, if I could find an apartment and get it set up in another state before I get there. But the thing with that is, in order for me to find something in a different state, I would have to do it through online. And, you know, even in Albany, New York here, there's a lot of ads on Craigslist. There's a lot of ads on Facebook Marketplace for apartments and houses, but a lot of them are scams. Now, of course, I could spot a scam from a mile away, but if I'm doing a transaction out of state for an apartment or a house, that might be kind of hard to do. And I don't go through a realtor because of when I was younger, I was one of them people that got credit cards and things like that and thought they were fun and, you know, awesome to be able to spend an amount of money that I didn't have. So now I have bad credit, so I can't go to Zillow or whatever them websites are to find an apartment or houses, because most of them want a credit check. So I need a straight up landlord where I can go to and basically hand them the rent, hand them the security, get the keys, and move in. I can give them a landlord's reference, but other than that, you know, credit check, I would definitely fail because I don't have good credit. Some people even want, like rent-wise, if you find a place for $8.75 a month for rent and you want to get it, some of these places require to have 3 months rent in income every month. So they're expecting you to have $2,000-$3,000 in income a month, and I do not have that because I am on disability. I get a good amount on disability because of the simple fact is I worked quite a few years until I was 47 and had the heart attack. So I get a pretty good amount in disability, but still, it's not enough to cover most rents. Most rents are sky high now. So, I don't know, guys, but I will update you again, and I'm glad if you guys, whoever watches this video and watches my other videos, please continue to watch my videos and subscribe if you're not subscribed. I also have ASMR videos for night. If you go to my homepage on YouTube and you click on my live section, you will see the ASMR lives. Rainwater, running water. If you have a hard time sleeping at night, you can always go and rewatch them. Some of them are 12 hours long. So if you have a hard time sleeping at night, go to one of my lives, put it on, listen to it while you go to sleep or while you're doing your homework or relaxing or even for meditation. Anyways, just wanted to give everybody an update. Much love to all. Have a great day.